Okay, so it's January 1st, 2025, and I've been trying to quit smoking weed for over a year now. Well, it's been over almost 3 years now that I've been trying and failing to quit smoking weed. So, this time it's going to be for real, and I've written down a list of all of the reasons why I would like to quit smoking weed. And I'm going to read them out, and, maybe somebody will see this and it'll resonate, or, I could just look back on it and I could use it as a reference for myself. But, so that's what I'm going to do right now. So without ado, here we go. Number one, weed makes it really hard for me to sleep. I have trouble sleeping in the first place, and weed just compounds on that. I know a lot of people say that weed helps them get to sleep, but for me, it just makes my mind race, and I'm just thinking about everything, and then another thought pops in my head, and then I'm thinking about that, and then all I'm doing is just thinking about wanting to get to sleep, and I never actually get to sleep. I'm just thinking about it. So, maybe smoking weed has helped you get to sleep, but for me, it's had pretty much the opposite effect. And I know that it's probably going to be even harder for me to get to sleep when I quit smoking weed, which today is the first day, but I'm going to keep at it, and hopefully things will get better. Number two, weed makes me weird. I say weird things, I act weird. At least I think I'm acting weird, I do weird things, I say weird things, I just feel like a big weirdo. And for some reason, I've justified this, and it isn't helping me at all, smoking weed. I mean, I'm a bit of a weirdo anyway, so why am I smoking weed to just compound on that? I need to be just kind of more normal, just less of a weird freak. So that's number two. Number three, weed makes me uncomfortable. Just generally uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable just sitting around. I feel uncomfortable with whatever I'm doing. I feel uncomfortable talking to people. I feel uncomfortable doing normal social things. I feel uncomfortable when I'm just sitting around watching TV because I'm too lazy because I smoke too much weed and I feel like I should be doing something else. That's uncomfortable, So that's, it's another reason to quit. Number four, this might be the most important thing, it makes me anxious. It makes me so anxious. I have anxiety just normally, and weed isn't helping with that. It's making it worse. I am anxious because I smoked weed. I'm anxious that people think I'm high. I'm anxious about the things that I say. I'm anxious about the things going on. I'm anxious about what other people are doing. It's just general anxiety. So hopefully quitting weed today will help me to not feel so anxious. And I know that's a process. I know that the anxiety will probably be a little elevated as the first few weeks of being sober from marijuana, but I have to try, and so I'm going to try, and the anxiety, I have a good feeling about it. I feel like it's going to get better over time. So that's number four. Number five, weed makes me overeat. And I used to have an issue when I was in my early 20s with binging and then purging. And, come to think about it, during that time I was also smoking weed, but there's just something about, you just want to just snack. You just want to just have like a tasty little snack and just yum 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 yum, like the munchies, right? And I don't have that appetite when I'm not smoking, so I need to, get over that loss of appetite, find healthy ways in order for me to consume healthy amounts of food that aren't just junk foods, that aren't just, like stupid, cookies or something like that. So, like 5, 10 cookies in a day, that's not healthy. So, stop overeating, stop smoking weed. And then number 6, weed makes my thoughts really scattered, and weed makes me forgetful, which would be number 7. And I feel like those go kind of hand in hand, where, my thoughts are all jumbled up in my head. I can't think straight, and I just have like these fleeting thoughts that just pass through my mind, and I think about it for a second, and then it just disappears, just in the brain and then out. And I'm hoping that I can get, more stability in my thoughts and my feelings, and, just be healthier in general. But, I have a really hard time, like, communicating and, like, keeping my promises, keeping things, you know, thinking of the word, but, like, keeping my thoughts in my head. So, that's number 6 and number 7, combined one. So those are the reasons that I've written down for why I am starting 2025 off sober. And today is the first day. Technically, I have not smoked weed all day. I smoked a blunt with my husband last night after my son had gone to bed, and I felt really kind of anxious afterwards, and I was thinking about, what am I getting from this? Am I, is it actually a good time, or am I just telling myself it's a good time? Because I know there was a point in my life where it was a good time. It would enhanced everything. But now it's just like keeping things at baseline, and it's just slowly making things worse. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't. Maybe you can do it without any consequences. But for me personally, I am quitting weed because I want to just feel normal again. Sorry about the lighting, and that's my video. I'll probably check in again at a later date, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.